A loud ding sound jolts a man awake. He sits up abruptly in a bed surrounded by red curtains, gasping for air. A blue holographic system window floats in front of him. It informs him that because he exceeded the time limit for answering, his character was randomly chosen. The text reads, "Welcome to Murim. Your character's name is Jin Tae-kyung. The translation package has been installed." Sweat drips down his face as he stares at the floating text in total confusion. "Character? Murim? Login?" he stammers, completely bewildered. He reaches out desperately toward the empty air where the screen is floating and yells, "Wait a second." Suddenly, a woman's voice interrupts him. "Master Jin, are you okay?" He freezes and turns around. Sitting in the bed behind him is a beautiful woman with long pink hair, clutching the red sheets to her chest. He looks back and forth between the woman and the blue system window that only he can see. His eyes widen in sheer panic as he screams internally, "What the fuck is going on right now?" The scene shifts. The man is now standing inside a traditional room, staring into a bronze mirror. He touches his reflection, a stranger with long, dark hair tied back in a ponytail. "So, basically, from my understanding of this situation, I'm inside some game and I'm playing that game right now." He looks back at the system window, which still hovers in the air. "This is pretty interesting," he says, though he is confused. "How did I log into this game? I don't remember turning this game on." The pink-haired woman approaches him and hands him a bowl of liquid. "Please drink this," she says gently. "It seems you still haven't sobered up." He takes the bowl and drinks, peeking at her over the rim. He notes that her name is Woo-wah, meaning bright moon. As he drinks, he marvels at the realism. "These graphics seem way too realistic," he thinks, blushing slightly. "I can see why people get addicted to VR games." Suddenly, Woo-wah stares at him with intense, sharp eyes. Startled, he chokes on his drink, coughing violently. "What's wrong?" he asks nervously, wiping his mouth. She sighs, looking confused herself. "Huh? I guess I'm just confused? Master Jin, you're acting quite strange today." He turns away, trying to hide his amusement. "She's calling me Master Jin. That is so cringy," he laughs internally. Out loud, however, he keeps a straight face and asks, "What's strange about me?" "I don't know, everything," she replies, throwing her hands up. "It's like you went mad. You're even talking formally to me." Just then, another loud ding interrupts them. A green window pops up. The tutorial quest has begun. Startled, he stammers, "Huh? Tutorial? Accept." The window expands with details. Rank, tutorial. Objective, gather information and become familiarized with your current surroundings. He stares at the text, thinking, "Gather information?" In the background, Woo-wah watches him stare at nothing and thinks, "He's being weird again." He scratches his head, disappointed. He expected a tutorial where he fights rabbits or learns the interface, not this. In any case, he decides, I will just go along with it. He slams his hands on the table, leaning toward Woo-wah. "What do you know about me?" Woo-wah is so surprised she nearly spits out her tea. She laughs nervously. "That's an interesting question. I guess I can say you're the same as the rumors?" "Rumors?" he asks, his expression turning serious. "I'm sure Master Jin has heard them before," she says, looking uncomfortable. "But it's still a bit uncomfortable for me to say them directly to you." He grins widely, leaning over the table with a manic expression. "I don't mind. Let me hear them. I'm just curious. Besides, rumors won't hurt my feelings anymore." Woo-wah smiles slyly. "Well, if you say so." Through their conversation, he gathers crucial information. He learns he is in Taiyuan, the capital of the Shanxi province. He is currently at a brothel called the Crimson Flower, where Woo-wah is a high-ranking hostess. As for his character, he is Jin Tae-kyung, the 20-year-old youngest son of the Jin family. The Jin family is a prestigious clan in Taiyuan, famous for fending off bandits and distributing food to the poor during famines.
Because of these noble deeds, the Jin family is deeply respected and liked by the people of the city. System notifications chime in the air as the protagonist discovers information about his character's background. A holographic window reveals that he belongs to the Jin family of Taiyuan, earning him the title Son of a Noble. He shouts in excitement, realizing his character comes from a filthy rich family. However, the pink-haired woman sitting across from him dampens the mood, mentioning that his family is facing serious internal and external issues. Curious, he asks for details. The woman explains that the Mount Hang sword sect is trying to take over leadership in the province, causing external pressure. Then she leans in close, tapping her cup on the table to whisper the internal problem. She gossips that the third son of the Jin family is a notorious troublemaker. The protagonist nods along, remarking that rich families always have a bad apple like that. Suddenly, a thought strikes him. He asks how many sons the Jin family actually has. When she answers 3, his face drops in horror. He realizes that he is the third son. Immediately, a system notification mocks him, awarding him the title, The Shame of the Family. Despite the insult, he brushes it off. After all, it is just a game, and he only cares about completing his quests. He celebrates finishing the information-gathering objective and decides to quickly familiarize himself with the surroundings. He starts acting strangely, pumping his fists and looking around wildly. The woman, disturbed by his erratic behavior, sighs and suggests they take a break, calling him a crazed idiot. Her comment snaps him back to reality. He remembers that he shouldn't be wasting time playing games. He needs to focus on finding a real-world job. Deciding he has had enough fun, he stands up to leave. He swipes his finger through the air with a confident smile and shouts, "Log out!" Nothing happens. Confused, he tries again, yelling louder and even spelling the word out, L-O-G-O-U-T, slowly. The woman watches him pitifully, thinking he has completely lost his mind. Suddenly, a terrifying system message appears in red. It is impossible to log out. Panic sets in as dozens of red warning windows fill his vision, all repeating that logout is impossible. He starts sweating profusely, wondering if the old game capsule he picked up for free is malfunctioning. His mind races back to when he found the device. His friend had called it trash, but he took it anyway. He desperately tries to recall the user's manual he had briefly skimmed. The memory hits him like a truck. The manual contained a lethal warning. The player will not be able to log out of their own volition. If killed in the game, the player will also die in real life. He collapses to the floor, overwhelmed by the realization that he is trapped inside the game world. Just then, a cheerful chime announces that he completed the tutorial and is ready for the next quest. Staring blankly with wide, terrified eyes, he realizes the gravity of his situation. He is completely and utterly doomed.